Hey y'all, welcome to PJs and Mugs. This is story time with Jessica. It's all good. Hey y'all, welcome back to another fun episode of PJs and Mugs with your favorite homie, Jessica. It's all good. Thank you for coming to experience another random story with me in this crazy adventure called life. Before I get into this week's story, I just want to say welcome to week 6. I'm just so proud of my consistency right now because that's just not a thing with me, and I'm like, oh, this might last. So let's see if there's another show next week, okay? The mug. You know, I like to kick off with the mug. Y'all, I have so many mugs. I think that's kind of one of the reasons I did this thing, because I need an excuse. I have been throwing so many mugs out, but after a while it's like, this one's special, this one has a story, fine. And now like every single mug has a story because I've literally got rid of anything that wasn't like special, and there's still so many mugs. So here's another mug. This one right here, if you look at it closely, you can see that is, let me see, can I get the zoom? That is Mercedes-Benz. Don't look at my dry hands, y'all, this weather. That's Mercedes-Benz. You might see the helicopters there. Fun fact, my husband is in the military, and that is something he works on. He is a mechanic in the military. He works on helicopters, which means we went to a military ball. That's right. Y'all, there's something about getting fancy in a fancy dress while my husband gets in his fanciest military outfit. I straight up told that man, like, I've only seen him in that outfit like maybe 3-4 times, and I said, baby, anytime you put this on, I promise good things will happen to you. I said what I said. Okay, so that's where this mug is from. This is a teeny little one. Look at this. Came from that ball. That was 2023, and it's so funny because we were together for years before I finally got to the ball with him. I begged, like, I want to go to the ball. I want to see the outfit. But the year we were going to go to the ball, Earth, Wind, and Fire came to Atlanta, and my husband was like, we got to see that. Wait, no, it wasn't Earth, Wind, it was the Jacksons. The Jacksons were here. That's right. The brothers of Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson, they were here in Atlanta. And my husband knows how I've got my old school vibe and how much I love Michael and I love the Jacksons. And so it was kind of a moment of a lifetime, because let's be honest, the fact that those dudes are still moving the way they are is a miracle, and it's probably not going to last them much longer. So he was like, we need to go see this. And of course it landed the same day as the ball. So we missed the ball in 2019. That's when that was. And then there was this little thing called a pandemic. And then there was just nothing after that. So it took till 2023, after being with my husband from 2016, married in 2017, we got to go to the ball in 2023. So I have something to show for it, baby. But it is not a coincidence that I'm showing you a mug that has an outline of our Mercedes-Benz Stadium, which is the current home of the Atlanta Falcons. What's up? Peace up. A-Town down. ATL. So I'm a Falcons fan. I'm an Atlanta Falcons fan. And no, we are not going to the Super Bowl. Don't even want to talk about last time we were in the Super Bowl. But it is Super Bowl Sunday. If you're watching right now and the game is still on, I feel so special, because I'm probably not watching right now. Or if I'm at home and I'm watching with my YouTube up, I've also got the rest of the game because I do want to see the outcome of this one. Obviously, these things are pre-recorded, so thank you for coming back and watching anyway, okay? But it's Football Sunday. I got Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and I thought, do I have a story that could go with Super Bowl Sunday, like the biggest football celebration in the country? And then I was like, no. And then I was like, yes. Y'all, I have so many things that have happened to me that I can't remember them half the time. And this one, I cannot believe I forgot it is related. So I took a long time to talk around the mountain to get to this point. Somewhere in my early days as a clown, if you didn't know, I used to be a birthday party entertainer for children. Princesses, clowns, the mascot characters, all rip-off versions so we wouldn't get sued, apparently, according to this company. But the biggest thing was the clown. The clown that would go to birthday parties and paint faces, blow up balloons. Only a few. Don't ask me to make like a giraffe or something. Oh wait, I actually know how to do that. I know how to make a giraffe. I should show y'all one day. One day I'm going to show y'all my little balloon animal stuff. But very basic clowning was a thing that I used to do. And y'all, I have been in so many people's houses all around Georgia. I've been in so many places. The amount of people who will let a stranger come into their house and then sit and play with their children and just walk away, that got frustrating. I'm like, where are you going, y'all? I'm not a babysitter. I'm an entertainer. Come back. So during this time with this fun job, early, like in the first 2 or 3 years, I was picked up to do parties for Big Brothers Big Sisters of Metro Atlanta. Love that organization, and I became their favorite clown from the company that I was with. And this one day, I was doing their big bowling. They always had like an annual bowling event, and I was their favorite clown to be a part of this event. In the early years, I was face painting at these events. Eventually, they realized her face paint is slightly trash, but she's a lot of fun, so let's get her to do other things. Before we got there, though, I was still face painting. And one day, I was at this bowling alley. I'm face painting the kids, running around, having fun with them, making balloons, making the adults happy. When I see this massive man, like he's tall, chiseled, kind of gorgeous, but just a massive man. Didn't think much of it. I'm like, oh, that's a really big man. He's fine. And then I went back to my business. Reminding you, I wasn't a clown, like a little drawn on red nose, not a thing. We were cute clowns. We didn't want to scare the kids. But I was a clown. I've got a pink wig. I've got my outfit on. Like I'm a clown, right? So I'm minding my business. And then I hear someone say something about a falcon is in the building. A falcon. The big dude that's kind of larger than life. That makes sense. I just saw a professional NFL football player up close and personal. You're probably wondering what his name is. Me too. Totally forgot his name. I feel like I have a piece of it, but every time I try to look this dude up so I can tell that this story is real, I cannot find him. No offense, not all the players are top players. Let's just keep it real. Some of them warm those benches pretty good, and they make a lot of money to warm those benches. If I could be a football player today and sit my happy behind on a bench and make millions of dollars, I would be paid. I'm like, look, every time the camera roll by, I'm just chilling. So I think he was one of those guys. It's not like I said Matt Ryan or Julio Jones or something, or Tony Gonzalez. It's one of the reasons I got into the Falcons. When I got here, I kept seeing them in the news, and they was all fine. But this guy he was one you just didn't see, and that's crazy to see a guy this massive. And it's like, even the guy sitting on the bench looked like that. I knew he was also moving to like the Colts or something, so he wasn't going to stay long. Clearly, he came and did this because he was one of the Falcons who didn't have that much to do. Oh, I hope whoever that was never sees this video. Still fine, still play football, but you know, not everybody gets to shine. Sorry, bro. I hope you found something in life. Anyway, I said all that to say, this football player, now I'd seen him, and then someone later is like, there's a falcon. I'm like, oh, there is a falcon. Huh. Well, I'm back to minding my clown business, doing clown things, when the falcon, I keep saying that like Star Wars, which is crazy because I didn't like Star Wars with my husband. So this falcon, Atlanta Falcon walks up to me. He's like, huh, a black clown. At that moment, I guess that I probably then realized I'd never really seen a black clown. Or when I did, it was like on a sitcom. It was one of the actors acting like a clown, but not like a clown clowning around in real life. So I guess a lot of people hadn't seen a black person in a clown suit doing clown stuff. And this falcon was very perplexed by that. But he was also judging me. So he's like, I never seen a black clown. And I looked at him like, well, here I am, bro. And it was a whole funny moment. He was being sarcastic with me, so I was being sarcastic back with him. But then he wanted his face painted. He wanted his face painted, y'all. What professional athlete wants a face paint? And I'm like, really? This dude wanted to get painted by a black clown. And do you know what he asked for? Guess. I'll let you. You're never going to get it. Oh, my God. I got to tell you. He wanted Mike Tyson's face tattoo. That's crazy. And y'all, like, I got better with my face paint. I was never like super great, although there are a lot of people who think I was great because they didn't see me painting next to someone who was way better. But back in those days, I sucked. Like, it was real basic. But I was able to get a picture on a phone because I definitely didn't have a smartphone, but somebody had a picture of a phone. A phone to get a picture of Mike Tyson's face tattoo. And I painted this man's face and got the whole Mike Tyson tattoo on it. And there's a picture out there somewhere. This is one of those moments I wish I could be like, look at it. I don't know where it is. And I'm not going to try to find it right now because if I did, this video would not get shot. You might notice it keeps coming out that this is not my thing. I'm hoping one day it'll be my thing, but this is hard for me. So I'm like, look, we can't find the picture. We just going to do it. So I painted a Mike Tyson face tattoo on an Atlanta Falcon back in the early days of my clown career. And it was pretty funny. I hope that that man, wherever he is, probably retired, is remembering whenever he's in Atlanta, passing by that one bowling alley, I hope he's remembering that clown, that really cool clown that painted his face and probably made his day. Because he could have had one of those weird interactions with a normal human being, but instead he chose to have one with a clown. Happy Super Bowl Sunday, y'all. Enjoy your football, enjoy your fun. I know the Falcons aren't here, but that's who I'll always root for. So let's go Falcons. And consider who's playing against who right now. And they were with us in that one Super Bowl. I'm going to just tell you who I'm cheering for. I'm cheering whatever bird is in the fight. And I will never cheer for that one team, despite who my friends are and where that cheer for it. So I said what I said. But yeah, that was my, look at me, I'm like doing a theme. I'm like related to the day. Okay, I didn't mean for this to be this long. So I'm going to go now, but I hope that y'all have a wonderful rest of the evening. Sleep well. Have a great time when you start work tomorrow and have a fun Monday. Cheers and bye, y'all.